If I'm totally honest with you, though, I think Christmas comes around a little bit too quick, you know? Another Christmas, another load of presents that I've got to sit down on the floor and try and play with my daughter. I'm still working on the jigsaw from last year. It's a 48-piecer, you know. I've done 5 edges, but, you know, it's a long-term project. I do find it difficult sometimes, you know, being a dad in the dark. It has its complications. When she was little, like little, she loved going to the farm. I hated the farm. Do you know what the farm is to me? Just a series of fences over which are different smells of shit. She was like, what animal's that one, Daddy? I was like, I've no idea, sweetheart, but it smells worse than the last one. Not as bad as the first 2. Then she turned like 4. She loved going down the park and kicking a ball around. I couldn't commit myself without destroying people's picnics. She was big into hide and seek for a while. The problem with that was every game came with a very real possibility that she might die of dehydration while she's waiting for me to find her. I mean, we did play it. We live in a 2-bedroom flat. We've got this big, vast communal garden out the back. You know, I remember us playing it out there. She was 4, playing it outside, just putting a little show on for the neighbours. She ran off to hide because she hadn't yet realised that she didn't actually need to hide. She just needed to be quiet, really, didn't she? I mean, she could have just stayed there. But she ran off to hide. And it wasn't a quiet hide, it was a giggly hide. The game was I had to follow the giggling till I found the giggling behind a tree, and then I had to chase the giggling back to where we started from. And then she'd say, OK, Daddy, your turn to hide now, Daddy. I said, well, I can't, can I, sweetheart? Because I can't see where I'm going to go and hide, because I can't see where to hide, so I can't hide, can I? She said, that's OK, Daddy. I'll show you where to hide. You can hide where I hid. And she took me hand at the age of 4 years old, and she guided me across this big, vast communal garden over to the tree where she'd been hiding. And just as we were approaching the tree, she walked me straight into this bird table. Stuck in the ground, came up to about here. I've lived in that flat for 10 years. I've no bloody clue how long that bird table's been there for. It knocked the wind out of me. I took a few steps backwards. Without batting an eyelid, she just took me hand. She placed it around the far side of the tree where she'd been hiding, and she just looked up at me. And she just said, I hid here, Daddy. But I didn't walk into that, did I? Like, that was my fault. Like, she wasn't the one entirely in charge of the safety of both of us at just the age of 4. But then she turned 5, and all of a sudden it was all about the art and the drawing and the colouring in. Daddy, come and draw with me, Daddy. I mean, on a brighter note, it's a lot safer than hide and seek. Just constant, no, Daddy, come and draw with me, Daddy. I think the bottom line is what she's realised is that my shit makes her shit look better.